Good evening, everybody. Hello there. It's lovely to see so many of you joining us this evening. My name is Sheena and I'm from the Personal Travel Agents. It's lovely to see you all here this evening. I'd like to welcome everybody to an evening with your personal travel agent and with Saga. Now, there may not be an awful lot of travelling going on right now, but what we're finding is that a lot of people are looking forward to 2022 and beyond for some really lovely holidays to celebrate once we're through all the craziness that we have at the moment. And our aim by doing these live events is to help, hopefully, some of you with some inspiration for some lovely holidays and trips that you can add to your bucket list for the future. Your personal travel agents are with us this evening and you'll all have been invited exclusively by them. We're doing these events in collaboration with some of our trusted partners that we work with, Saga being one of those who we have a very long-standing relationship with and who have excellent feedback from customers. Before we start, I'd just like to run through a very short amount of housekeeping. Everybody this evening is automatically muted just to ensure that we don't get any background noise whilst we're going through this evening's event. There is a question bubble, however, at the top right-hand side of your screen. So if you have any questions at all whilst we're going through this evening, we'd love for you to ask them and we will answer those at the end of the presentation this evening, where Claire from our team will be running through those. So I'd like to invite you all. I hope you all grabbed a drink, sit back and relax. And I'd like to now pass over and introduce you to Hayley Morris from Saga. Hi, Hayley.
Hi, Sheena. Thanks for having me tonight. So for the next, hopefully no more than 40 minutes, I don't want to take all your evening up. I will be immersing you into the world of Saga. Now, whether you've travelled with Saga before or you don't know anything about Saga, then this is the opportunity to really, I guess, grasp onto the amazing opportunities that we can offer you on our cruising in ocean and in rivers, and that's what I'm focusing on for you tonight. Now, of course, we do other holidays aside from rivers and ocean, but tonight, should I say, is solely focused on those two products. However, if you have any questions on worldwide touring, UK holidays, hotel stays in Europe and worldwide, please do speak to your wonderful PTA, but tonight is all about ocean and rivers. So welcome to our new era of ocean cruising and river cruising now. What we want to do is provide our customers with so much included, so give you that amazing value, what our customers expect from our brand. Now, on many of our river cruises and ocean cruises, VIP door-to-door service is included as standard. And I'll go into a little bit more about that. But VIP on the ocean cruises, we include it as chauffeur service, and that means we'll pick you up from home and take you to Dover or Southampton within a 250-mile radius. On the river cruising, it's VIP door-to-door service, just to confuse you. And again, we'll pick you from home and we will take you to any of your UK departure point, and there is no mileage restriction on rivers. We are all inclusive on our ocean cruises, and we are 24-hour room service. So if you want that breakfast on your balcony or evening meal on your balcony, then that is completely free of charge on our ocean cruises. We have unlimited tea and coffee on both ocean and river, and we include a free shuttle bus in most ports on our ocean cruises. So if you are a customer that wants to do your own exploration and don't want the excursions, that's absolutely fine. We will take you on one of our coaches to a central location and bring you right back to the ship again. Optional travel insurance, and it is optional, but it is included on every single one of our holidays, and even more so now our inclusions are so much more beneficial. We usually and always cover for over 400 medical conditions, so if you have got a medical condition, it is well worth checking out. But now we cover for coronavirus as well, so that's before you travel for cancellation, while you're away for treatment, and repatriation. And again, like I said, it is optional, so if you don't want that, and if you see the price in the brochure, we can give you a reduction on that if you've got your own or your yearly policy. Speciality restaurants, and this is both on ocean and river, there is no charge. So on ocean, we have 3 speciality restaurants, and on the rivers, on our 2 brand new river cruise ships, we have 1, and they are totally free of charge and no service charge whatsoever. Complimentary afternoon tea on both river and ocean, free Wi-Fi and gratuities on all our new ocean and river cruise ships. And this applies to every single one of our holidays. You can book with confidence and you can book early, ready for that 2022 holiday next year, because we have a price promise on every single one of our products, meaning our customers are never penalised for booking early. And we won't be a tour operator later on in this year and early next year that will be dramatically going out for those price wars. We always offer our customers the best price on the outset. If for any reason we reduce the price of your holiday that you've got booked, we will give you the value of the difference back, so you are never penalised. And we include so much more as well. So I guess I need to run through, give you a few ideas of why you should book a Saga holiday. We were the first UK tour operator to introduce a vaccine-only travel policy. Now, this wasn't taken lightly. We did various studies with our customers, and over 95% of our regular customers wanted this introducing, giving them peace of mind knowing they are on a river cruise, they are on an ocean cruise, and all the customers around them are fully vaccinated. And it also gives opportunity for other customers that want that peace of mind to be able to come with us and have that peace of mind. Travel insurance, which I've already touched on, and just to reiterate, VIP door-to-door service is included on many of our holidays as well. Price parity, and I think this is really important. We work with wonderful travel agents like PTA, and we want you to know that the price is exactly the same booking with your PTA as it is with booking Saga Direct, and that's what I'm here for. I work with wonderful travel agents in the travel industry, and more so now they need your support more than ever. So please book with your travel agent because it is exactly the same price. And this year, more excitingly, we are celebrating our 70th year. So we have been creating wonderful holidays for the over 50s for 70 years now in September. It should be a bigger celebration than probably what it's going to be, but given the circumstances, it's a little bit more tame. We're having a wonderful jamboree down in Folkestone, which goes on sale tomorrow, actually, celebrating our 70th year. We've got an ocean cruise that is celebrating in the Mediterranean later on in the year, and a river cruise as well. But yeah, if you are over 50 and you need someone to trust you to take you on holiday, then we have 70 years in doing so, and we sure know how to take our customers away. As I've said before, if you book early and the price is lowered, we will give you the value of the difference back. And I'm sure I'll say this again and again and again, but both are, we've only got a small fleet of ocean cruises, but both our ocean cruises all come with balconies. So all the cabins are all with balconies. That includes, there's 554 of them on each ship as well. That includes singles, you've got your suites, you've got your deluxe cabins, and you've got your standard, all with a balcony, so no insides or outsides. And we have unbeatable value with so much included, but also we are so confident that if you've never travelled with Saga before and you come on holiday with us, hopefully you will love it your first time, or we will refund the price of your holiday back. We are that confident. This video is just going to run through what we've been doing through the pandemic. Huge apologies if you couldn't hear any sound there. I think we've just got a bit of a technical glitch, but what I wanted to bring to life with you, and it is a really nice music that goes with the video as well, it wants to bring to life what we've been working hard for over the pandemic. So hopefully those pictures making you think about your next adventure, think about your next holiday, and inspiring you into what you should want to do next on your next adventure. So let's crack on with the evening and introduce you to our beautiful 2 new ships. Now, on the outside, they look as the same. On the inside, they are designed differently. So they have different design cues. All the stats are the same, but on the outside, they are the same as well. So 999 passengers, as I said before, 554 all balcony cabins, and we have got a high ratio of single cabins on there as well, 109. 5 restaurants to choose from and 4 wonderful bars on board as well. So these are the differences, the kind of decor differences between the 2 ships. You've got the Spirit of Adventure is our brand new ship. So she came to us late last year. Spirit of Discovery was July of 2019. Obviously, she had a first maiden season cut short, but she's ready and raring to go on the 27th of June. So at the top, you've got the Adventure, and at the bottom, you've got Discovery. Both relatively brand new. Spirit of Discovery's only been, I think she had about six months in season, probably a little bit longer actually, 9 months in season. So she's hardly carried any passengers, so they are both totally pretty much brand new, but the Adventure is definitely brand new. She's not had any passengers on whatsoever as yet, but she again is ready and raring to go for inaugural cruise on the 26th of July, which are around the UK. So the Spirit of Adventure, that is the atrium, and below was the Discovery as well. And then you can see the difference in the cabins, which is the standard cabin. So that's the worst you're going to get on board. And then those are the speciality restaurants. So you've got the Amalfi, which is on the Adventure, which is a nice Italian. And then you've got the Coast to Coast on the Discovery, which is a seafood restaurant. So what we want to provide you, our customers, is with the Spirit of Discovery and Adventure, those wonderful design cues and cuisine of the world's finest boutique hotels. So that level of service that you will get in the best hotel around the world, that's what we are providing you with on board these ships. They have been designed for Saga customers, and we got feedback. We did many surveys what our customers want, which includes a balcony for every guest, which includes free to dine speciality restaurants, and also a theatre. It's the first time we've put a theatre on board as well, but it's all backed by our famous personal service and wonderful value as well. What can you experience? What can you get with life on board? It's really difficult virtually. I wish I could take you all on board right now, but that's not possible. Our ships are smaller, so 999 passengers is really small in the cruising world, and we really do need to stand out in the cruising world. There's some wonderful cruise operators out there, but I want to bring to you tonight is what we can bring you that's a little bit different. We are smaller, so it makes it a tiny little bit easier when you're finding your way around the ship. I get lost on the smallest of ships. I did get lost on the Discovery, but you won't, I promise. It is really, really simple. Even though we are a small ship, we have wonderful, spacious personal on board. So the public areas are wonderfully spacious. You don't feel, I remember getting on board the Spirit of Discovery and thinking, wow, it was moored up next to a much larger ship, so you're thinking this is going to be tiny. When you get on board, it doesn't feel small at all. You feel like you're on a bigger ship. So the public areas are spacious. The cabins are some of the most generous in the cruising industry as well. Even though it's a small ship, we give you a great choice of restaurants and bars. Your very own theatre. We've never had theatres on board before, so we want you to be able to have a pre-dinner drink, go to the theatre, and then have your dinner, or you can go to the theatre after you've had your dinner. So that's the kind of experience that we want you to enjoy. Lots of entertainment throughout the day and in the evening. You are never short of entertainment on board, whether that be cooking lessons in the day or dancing lessons in the day, or wonderful bands playing at night, or singers, or West End style shows. All the entertainment on board is second to none. And you will get the wonderful friendly personal service from the same queue. They have been with us for many years, and when the pandemic hit, we flew them back home to the Philippines, but they are back now in the UK, quarantining as we speak, and they've been vaccinated, so they are ready and raring to go when we get back cruising. And of course, every cruise is all inclusive. Just a couple of other points to make you aware of. It is sterling on board, so it's really easy to work out what you're spending. If you're a bit like me and you just think, oh, I'm not spending anything because it's just cashless, it gets really difficult at the end of the cruise when you've got a huge bill. But we are sterling, so you can keep a tab on that. You don't have to work out exchange rates. If you book early, we have savings of up to 35%, so always book early with us because we have that cruise price promise as well. And a big key selling point, especially at the minute, is we are no fly, so we don't have any flights involved on our cruises. We only sell from the UK, Dover and Southampton being our ports of call. However, just to point out, on our first cruises back around the UK, they will be from Tilbury, but as a standard rule, we are based in Dover and Southampton as well. And on many of our itineraries, in fact, all of our itineraries, we include a set number of excursions as well. Other excursions can be added on, but we now include excursions on every single itinerary. So Spirit of Discovery, let's go into a little bit more detail about Discovery. Like I said, she came into service with us and she was built brand new from scratch, and that's really important to make you aware of as well. These are brand new ships. We've not acquired them from other companies like we have done in the past. They have been built for our Saga customers. I even saw the Discovery being built in Germany. Wonderful experience. But here she is. She's ready in Tilbury. She's doing sea trials at the minute, ready to get back out on the 27th of June. First, we'll touch on the public areas, which is really important. Even though it's small ship, we still do all have the amenities that you will find on larger ships as well. Got a wonderful spa, and if you're like me, you will like your spa. As you walk in, you get that amazing smell. There's treatment rooms, there's acupuncture room, there's 5 treatment rooms actually, so there's should be plenty of availability if you need to book in there. Gorgeous hydrotherapy pool, sauna and steam rooms as well. Then we've got the Britannia Lounge. So the Britannia Lounge is a wonderful area that we had on board our old ships, but our customers loved it so much we've just made it bigger and better on our 2 new ships. So this is a really small picture. You can see seats 189 seats, bar and waiter service. It's got balcony access as well, so you can get beautiful views. But in here you can have 270-degree views around the ship. That is just a really small picture, but it stretches far back and far wide. I remember being in here one night, gorgeous entertainment, dancing the night away, having a drink, and the views was spectacular. Now it's got the living room. As you come down the wonderful atrium in the Discovery, you'll meet the living room. Beautiful area, large area, plenty of seating, great for pre-dinner drinks, or in the day it's an ice cream parlour as well. And if you go on board, please do go and get the ice cream. It is amazing. Southgate Bar is a wonderful London-esque bar, very inspired by the traditional London bars. So it's got wonderful leather seats, and the artwork is all based from the UK. 74 seats in there, bar and waiter service, and it is located on the promenade deck. So it's great for pre-theatre drinks because it's near the theatre as well. And then the library, this has got 50, just over 50 seats, tea and coffee making facilities. There is laptops in there, which are complimentary, internet access. So it's a nice area that customers can read books in there. There's plenty, there's so many books in there to choose from. If you're an early riser or a late finisher, then this is a nice area to relax in. Next, we have the atrium, and it is a wonderful atrium. This picture doesn't do it justice. The artwork is beautiful. It's kind of immense as you walk down. It takes your breath away. Get to the bottom, there's a grand piano, and this is where you'll get to the living room and you'll be able to get your coffees and teas in the day, or cocktails and champagne at night. The Lido deck, beautiful area, which is the pool area. It's got hot tubs, showers, and really nice quirky area is the ice cream parlour. You can go and help yourself to ice cream and sweets, and it has got a bar as well. But you can see there, nice stage, so for sail away parties, if the weather's kind in Dover or Southampton, a band will be playing and sailing you away onto your cruise. It's got a salon as well, so hairdressing if you fancy getting some beauty treatments, that is all available. And the fitness centre, I am well into my fitness. I'm trying, but I'm not a gym goer. But if you are, then this is available, and it is a large gym. You walk in full state-of-the-art equipment and wonderful views as well. So while you're working out, and I definitely don't work out while I'm abroad either or on holiday, I wish I did, but you've got wonderful views. You can see there the windows really do stretch around while you're working out. And we also provide exercise classes, yoga and Pilates as well. And the playhouse, 444 seats is the theatre on board. So dining, my most important thing about a holiday is the food. So on the Discovery, you've got East to West, which is Asian, 76 covers. So this is one of the specialty restaurants. So you will have to book for this, but again, completely free of charge. You've got the Club, which is a steakhouse, and this is above the grand dining room. So it's a nice sociable atmosphere. Got a grand piano in there, but a wonderful steakhouse. So you can get T-bone steaks in there, really beautiful fillet steaks, and it is these two are only open in the evenings only. Coast to Coast again is evening only, but this is seafood. And then we've got the grand dining room. I remember I haven't eaten in specialty restaurants. I've only eaten in the grand dining room because I love the atmosphere down there. But I just, when I first went on, I remember sitting back and thinking, wow, this is a wonderful area. Wasn't noisy, was really atmospheric. So don't worry about being a grand dining room. But this is open for breakfast, lunch and dinner, and also afternoon tea. And I'm not being biased, but it is the best afternoon tea. But this is where you head if you want it on a more formal basis. So if you want your breakfast or your lunch or your afternoon tea on a more formal basis, head to the grand dining room. Or the alternative is the Grill. A Grill is a buffet restaurant. And just to point out, on our first cruises back, that won't be buffet, that will be waiter service. And this has got 296 covers, plus we've got a veranda outside, so you can sit outside if it's wonderful weather, but it's buffet service. So breakfast, and it's early breakfast as well, lunch, afternoon tea on a more informal basis, and you can get dinner as well. So if you want a more informal experience on board a few nights, then this is the place to head. And just to cover up our suites, wonderful, the beds are up. I've never seen a bed so big in my life as in these suites. But you walk in, you've got a walk-in wardrobe, a full-size bath and shower as well. And you can see you've got your double basins there, fully stocked minibar. And with all our cabins, you do get full-size toiletries. So don't worry about packing toiletries, and they are full-size, and you can take them with you. I sure did. But you've got a dining area in there. The balconies are huge. So if you are lucky enough to upgrade, then please do check out the suites because they are stunningly beautiful. But including that, you get butler service, you get pre-dinner canapes. Like I said, you've got a walk-in wardrobe, flat screen TV, on-demand movies, and you can have in-cabin dining experience as well because you have got the dining area. You can have all your meals in your cabin if you so wish. Toiletries and hairdryer and a whirlpool bath are situated in the suites. And then the others, we've got the lead-in, which is the standard, and I am more than happy with that. I stopped in a single balcony cabin, actually. I was surprised when I walked in, I thought I'm in the wrong cabin. It seemed like a double. So they are really spacious, the single cabins and the double cabins as well on the standard basis. Good sized balconies, easy seat 2 people. You've got a nice lounge area in both the single and the standard as well. You've also got the deluxe, which is a bigger version of the standard. Well worth it if you want a little bit more room in there, and then just you can't really see from that picture. It's really hard to bring to life, but that's the aft balcony suite in the bottom left corner as well. So the Lido, I want to pay a little bit more attention to this just to reiterate the wonderful atmosphere that you can experience. And this is on both the ships as well. So you've got hot tubs, really perfectly placed hot tubs as well if the sun's shining. Lots of sunbeds as well. So down at the bottom there, they're all round the area of the pool. But up above, you've got the promenade deck, which is a 360-degree wraparound promenade. So there is plenty of sunbeds for everyone on board. Outdoor stage for the entertainment, and that self-serve ice cream as well. And the fitness centre, which I've covered off, so you've got all your exercise classes. But I guess another important feature on board is if you are a golf lover and you can't tear yourself away from golf for either 5-night itinerary, 7 nights or longer, then we do have a high-tech golf simulator located on board as well. And the terrace is a beautiful area at the back of the ship. It's a very kind of Japanese Zen kind of feel, but if you just want to watch the world go by with a coffee in the morning or a cocktail at night, try this out. It is so relaxing and so beautiful as you watch the world go by. So the restaurants, like I said, you've got the veranda and grill, you've got the grand dining room, you've got the specialty restaurants, the Club by Jules, the East to West and Coast to Coast, and you will be able to experience them all while you're on board. So Spirit of Adventure. I feel a little bit sorry for, actually. Bless them. I feel sorry for them both, but they have been located in Tilbury for over a year now. We've lit them up through various weeks throughout the pandemic with a thank you for the NHS and for Sir Tom. So all the crew lit the cabins up and we have messages. So it's been a really nice experience to put them to use. We've been helping in London with food banks from the ships as well and providing food banks with that food. So we've put them to use throughout the pandemic, but they need to get back out doing what they do best, and that's sailing. So the Adventure's first sailing is the 26th of July around the UK. She's ready and she's raring to go. We're getting the staff all prepped as we speak. She'll be on sea trials in July as well, but let's touch on a little bit about the Adventure, what makes her a little bit different to Discovery. So exactly the same size, exactly the same stats, exactly the same number of balcony cabins, just designed and has different design cues and decor. So you'll hopefully see the differences now, and you may have a favourite. With us, it's more about the itineraries, not so about the ships, because they're exactly the same apart from the decor. So it will be about the itineraries, but you may have a favourite decor out of the two. So again, we've got the spa area with the 5 treatment rooms. We've got the Britannia Lounge, and you hopefully see there how the decor does differentiate. Still got the living room, so as you come down the atrium, the living room is there. And instead of the South Cape bar on the Adventure, we have the North Cape bar. And this is the ship's main restaurant on board. And again, it's on the promenade deck, great for pre-theatre drinks. And the library again, which seats 52 passengers, free coffee and tea. And it is open 24 hours a day as well. So if you are someone that likes to just have a nice, calm atmosphere, then that is open 24 hours a day for you as well. The atrium, so different to the Discovery. Top right hand corner is the atrium as you walk down the stairs. Unfortunately, I've not been on this ship yet. Hopefully I'll get on her in the next couple of weeks just to see her. You've got the Lido and exactly the same features, the stage, the showers, the hot tubs and the self-serve ice cream. You see I get excited when I talk about food. We've got the salon for all your treatments still, beauty and hairdressing. And this is a different picture which we have not shown Discovery. This is a reception area, really beautiful reception area, nice and big, very spacious on board. And then you've got the theatre as well. And in the theatre we'll be doing West End style shows. There'll be different kinds of entertainment in there. It's not going to be the same every single night. We do try and diversify it as well. And also we have special guests on board as well, maybe cooking Michelin star chefs or celebrity guests on board too. And then dining on the Adventure, this is where we do differentiate as well. So you've got the Kakuri House, which is an Nepalese, and again, evenings only. You've got the Supper Club, which is instead of the Steakhouse on the Discovery, again, evenings only. And then you've got the Amalfi Italian, again, evenings only. And these are bookable and also free of charge. The dining room is what's on the Adventure instead of the grand dining room, but still the same feel. The main difference is on the Adventure, where we have the so the Supper Club is above the dining room on the Adventure. That is now closed off. On the Discovery, that is open up above where you can see it is closed off on the Adventure, so it gives a quieter atmosphere as well. And then you've got the grill, which is different decor, but the grill is the inside, the more informal restaurant, and then the veranda you can eat on the outside for al fresco dining. Cabins, so you can see the single, very same size as the Discovery, the standard same size as the Discovery, but again different decor. Just an example of a aft balcony suite and an example of a forward balcony suite, but I can honestly tell you the suites are absolutely huge. The whole cabins are immense in size, and the balconies, I think you could fit about probably 50 people on the balcony of the suite, so they are well worth the upgrade if you can. So where are our wonderful ships going this year? They are back this year. We may have to tweak a few itineraries depending on the, but let's not talk about all the traffic light system at the minute. We're focusing on inspiring you into your next holiday and adventure. But depending on what happens throughout the year, these may be tweaked a little bit. But our first 4 sailings are commencing on the 27th of June. They are sailing from Tilbury and they are cruising around the UK to start with. After this, on the Discovery, she's due to head to do an Italian charms itinerary. So again, we are assessing that on a daily, hourly basis. Based in Southampton the rest of the season, and she is doing some beautiful itineraries later on in the year. You can still save up to 35% on 2021 itineraries, and we have reduced some lower fares on our 2021 as well. Mediterranean, Canary Islands, British Isles, due to do Greenland as well, but the Channel Islands as well, and we've got a new celebration cruise for our 70th anniversary in September. The Adventure, she will be based again in Dover for the summer months and then Southampton in the winter months. The inaugural cruise on the Adventure sails on the 26th of July, which will depart Tilbury. And I must state, just in case you're getting excited that you may want to book on one of these UK cruises, they are completely sold out. But again, depending on what happens later on in the next coming weeks, we may be bringing out some more UK itineraries. We have got a UK itinerary that we've just released some more cabins on the 2nd of August as well, which is a nice 13-night itinerary around the UK. And we've also got a Celtic Escape, which is a nice 5-night taster in September. Canary Islands, Mediterranean, she's going to be hitting the Caribbean. And then in the summer months, which is August to October, she'll be spent sailing Norway, Baltics, Iceland and the wonderful Greenland. 2022, I think more is the focus on customers' minds as well. All on sale right and through to December. Well, Christmas, taking you over Christmas of 2022. You've got the Northern Lights, Iceland and Greenland, doing a wonderful South America cruise in January next year. Caribbean, all the usual favourites like the Mediterranean and the Canaries. And we've got the last few cabins on the ancient wonders of the Black Sea. We'll just trust one in a second. Can save up to 35% by booking early. And again, you've got that price promise where you are never penalised for booking early. With us only sailing from the UK, you will find the longer duration cruises have more sea days, but just because we sail from the UK doesn't mean we don't go to some wonderful destinations. Where is she in winter? So this is the first part of 2022, late part of 2021 and early part of 2022. Spirit of Adventure is doing the wonderful South America itinerary, 83 nights. Manaus, you've got Rio, you've got Peru, Amazon, the Falklands, some incredible ports of call there. And you've got great opportunities to see the Galapagos Islands and Machu Picchu. If I could get a work trip, this is the one, but unfortunately they won't let me have 83 nights off. Spirit of Discovery, I guess not as so exotic, but still doing the wonderful Canaries, Caribbean and the Northern Lights. Summer, they're based in different home ports. So you've got more northern cruises from Southampton and the more southern itineraries from Dover. So Spirit of Adventure is based in Southampton next year and Spirit of Discovery is based in Dover. So it's giving our customers more of a variety of itineraries being able to do this. Ancient Wonders of the Black Sea is one to pick out. You've got Spitsbergen's Arctic landscapes as well and Natural Greenland for 21 nights. Just touch on the UK itineraries. They are really popular for 2021 and we are seeing the popularity for 2022. Springtime in the British Isles is a lovely one on the 12th of May on the Spirit of Discovery. Excuse me. This has got a wonderful Scottish focus, but also includes a new port of call for us, which is Great Yarmouth. Also doing the St Kilda for the high cruising in the Northern Isles. Britain's Celtic Fringe is on the 28th of August, Spirit of Adventure. New port of call as well as Fishguard, which is the gateway to the Pembrokeshire National Park. Then got the Melodies of Ireland, which is focused around Ireland, obviously, on the 8th of July, Spirit of Adventure. This is doing the wonderful Channel Islands as well and Brest. It is a longer cruise, which is great, so you get to see more of the island of Ireland on this cruise. And then lastly, we've got Secrets of the Emerald Isle, which is really focused on the wonderful port of Dunleary. You get a port of call in Dunleary, which allows you to get to Dublin. That's on the 10th of September on the Spirit of Adventure. Ancient Wonders of the Black Sea, there is only a few cabins left on this. It's been really popular for 2022. If you're not ready for it in 2022, we've not released 23 yet, but you can register your interest. Not many of our competitors go to the Black Sea, hence why it's been so popular, and we've not been here since 2014 if you've been with us before on the Saga rows. So this is 21st of May, Spirit of Adventure, 32 nights. So many countries involved in this: Turkey, Bulgaria, Tunisia, Portugal, Malta, so much included on this itinerary. Wonderful countries to visit and wonderful sites to be seen as well. So Christmas, everyone loves Christmas, and it's been really popular for us in 2021 and 2022. Again, the availability is not huge because it is selling really well, but there is still some availability on the festive traditions of Spain and their islands. We've also got a Caribbean one, which the Spirit of Adventure is doing, but the traditions of Spain and our islands is 21 nights, 18th of December on the Discovery. This is the full Christmas experience, so you get Madeira, you get Canaries, Morocco. You've got overnight on Christmas Day in Tenerife with a wonderful Christmas concert, which hopefully you can see in those pictures. You've got the wonderful Gibraltar for the New Year fireworks included, and the Epiphany in A Coruña, which is a celebration of Three Kings. I did have to Google that because I've not heard of that festival before, but a wonderful street festival that you get included. But you can see there's so many ports of call included on this itinerary. And river cruising, let's introduce you to our river cruises. Apologies if there's no sound again. This is just going through the transportation that we include. So we include a VIP door-to-door service, but if you don't want the VIP, we can provide you with free car parking or coach travel or rail travel. You've got the optional insurance included on our river cruises, and of course, full porterage. You don't have to worry about your porterage on our river cruises as well. Wonderful spacious cabins. I think everyone has a perception of river cruising being quite small cabins. That's not so the case on many of our river cruising ships. Champagne is obviously included as welcome drinks to set your river cruise off in style. Limited tea and coffee, which is a big selling point for our customers. Everyone loves a brew throughout the day. Wine, beer and soft drinks is included on many of our itineraries, especially on new ships, but some are all inclusive as well. Depends on the actual itinerary. But afternoon tea, as I spoke about on the ocean, is also available on the rivers. And wonderful activities they do on board activities. You'll get an entertainment manager on our ships, and the dining is second to none. It's all locally sourced, and if you don't fancy what's on the menu, you can request something else. Entertainment is at night is nice and relaxed. It's nothing too intense. Dancing, singers, and musicians on board. So that's a nice video. Again, it didn't have the music, so apologies, but hopefully you got a little bit of a feel. So we're a little bit complicated on the rivers. At the minute, we charter ships, so we make them exclusive to Saga, but they're not owned by Saga, and we wanted to change that. But we do charter some wonderful ships. We've got the Douro Queen, which is so popular on the Douro River that we've been using for many, many years, and the Douro leading price that we've got is really, really competitive in the market. We've got the Amadeus Royal, which unfortunately our new ship will be replacing. I've been on the Amadeus Royal. She's a beautiful 4-star ship, but we are ready to take on the rivers with our brand new ships as well. And the Rex Rene, 3-star. So expect 3-star ship and decor, that kind of thing, but it's a wonderful little ship and our customers love it. You do get that unlimited tea and coffee. It's a nice sociable atmosphere on board. The leading prices on the Rex Rene are wonderful. A lot of the itineraries for 2022 are all inclusive, and she is hosting the Andre Rieu. She's doing a couple of mini cruises for Andre Rieu for the concert, and also a 7-night itinerary as well. So that's the Rex Rene. Just a couple of offers to talk to you about on our partnerships. We've got the Douro Discovery on the Douro Queen, which leaves in at 1549 and is all inclusive on selected dates throughout 2022. And we've seen a spike in bookings over the last couple of weeks for this river cruise, hence why I just wanted to bring it to your attention, into the heart of Provence. So we use the Amadeus Provence, which is beautiful 4.5-star ship, various dates through 2022, leading in on the 7th of April for 7 nights at 1799. But next we have got our wonderful new ships. So we've got the ocean ships. What we want to do now is bring the ocean experience to the rivers, and this is what we're doing with these 2 brand new ships on the rivers. Completely brand new again, built from the start for our Saga guests, all exclusive to Saga. You will get an entertainment manager on board, a Saga host, and a excursion manager as well. But Spirit of the Rhine is our first ship. She should have set sail on March this year. Unfortunately, just recently being put back to the 29th of July. So hopefully, crossing all fingers and toes that she gets on her maiden voyage in July this year. 190 passengers, so she's a bit bigger than what we're used to. But we've done that for a reason, so we can put so much facilities on board. Average cabin is 17 square meters, and that's on the main and upper decks. So we've got lower deck, we've got main deck, and we've got upper deck. On the main and upper, you will get floor to ceiling windows and French balconies. So if you do want that open atmosphere, then you need to go for the main and upper. The main restaurant is obviously included as standard and seats 190 diners, which is all our customers, but we've also got a free a la carte which seats 34, but you will have to book for that when you get on board, but you should experience that on every single one of the itineraries. We've got a large indoor bar, we've got a panoramic lounge, much like the Britannia Lounge on the ocean, sun deck, library, hot tub, barbecue, gym and fitness area, and we use the quiet box headsets and interactive mats as well to make excursions a lot easier. Cabins, like I said, are 17 square meters. They are 14 square meters on the lower decks. You can see in that picture, you've got a wonderful, nice double bed, nice seating area, and that is one of the main decks, or the upper decks, where you've got the French balconies and the floor to ceiling windows. Tea and coffee making facilities, which I think is a must on a river cruise. It's so nice when you wake up, grab a tea or coffee. Small fridge, you've got a couple of seats, air conditioning, TV, everything that you need in your cabin you have on our new ships. You've got a dressing gown and slippers, wireless Bluetooth speakers, you've got branded toiletries as well, so you don't need to bring them, much like the ocean. Refillable water bottle for the duration of your stay, which you can take away, and more importantly for people like me that forget their adapters, UK plug socket. Dining, that is just a very small picture of the dining, but it's got wonderful 270-degree views. There is show cooking on there. We've got Michelin star chefs coming on board and creating famous dishes for us. And then you can see the specialty restaurant as well, which will hold the 34 diners when you book. The sun deck, we are a little bit different, where we have, we are allowed, well, we're not allowed, but we are able to keep the sun deck open while we're going through low bridges. That's how we've designed the top deck. This just to give you an idea of the pool, the jacuzzi, you've got the barbecue, plenty of seats on board and sun lounges for you to enjoy the days as you cruise down the Rhine or the Danube. I went down the Rhine. It was one of the most incredible experiences and the best holiday that well, it wasn't a holiday, it was actually a work holiday, but it felt like a holiday. I remember sitting there on the sun deck, crisp glass of Pinot Grigio, watching the world go by, all the beautiful vineyards on either side, and it is one of the best experiences. And these are just bigger pictures. So that was the one of the examples of the cabin. This is, the next one is the main restaurant. And then you've got the reception area as well. So you can see very modern traditional decor that we are providing on the new ships as well. So where's she going? Like I said, first voyage is on the 29th of July, but we are doing some wonderful Christmas river cruises for 2021. And it's some of the first times we've actually done this, especially on the new ships. But Christmas markets of the Rhineland, which is a great 4-night itinerary on the 12th of December, leads in at 549, but you've got all your gratuities included, you've got your VIP door-to-door service included, all your food, your drinks at your lunch and dinner as well. So that's beers, wine, soft drinks are all included. So the value is really great on that one. Main deck cabins is 649, so it's just a little upgrade supplement. Christmas on the Rhine, this is sold so well. There's only 3 cabins left when I checked it the other day. Don't blame me if it's sold out now. And then you can twin Christmas and New Year up for 14 nights, or you can just do New Year as well. So there's varying options for Christmas 2021. And then for next year, we've got some wonderful itineraries that we didn't launch so long ago, actually. So please do speak to your PTA. We've got Wine Towns of the Rhine and Moselle, this wonderful itinerary, 31st of October for 14 nights. And then we've got Great European Odyssey, just to pick this one out. This is from Bulgaria, 20 nights. So if you want a really great river cruise experience, you've got Vienna in there, Bratislava, Nuremberg, and there's so much included as you can expect on this 20-night itinerary. And then Spirit of the Danube. So we've got 2 ships on the ocean, now we've got 2 brand new ships on the river. The Spirit of the Danube, again, exactly the same stats, 190 passengers, looks exactly the same from the outside, different decor on the inside. So they are sisters, they are not twin sisters, not identical on the inside. So just a few pictures there for you to see. Hopefully you can see the main differences in decor, but the same offerings, the lower deck, the main deck, the upper deck, speciality restaurants, the main restaurant, and all the gym as well. And then destinations. Spirit of the Danube probably gives it away, but she will be hitting the Danube. The first 2 cruises will be based around the Belgium and German waterways, and then the Rhine, and then you'll head on to the Danube. But you've got Budapest, Vienna, Prague, Romania. But what we're doing on this, these 2 new ships as well, is providing some cruise and stays. So there will be some beautiful stays. We do Prague and the Danube, we do Vienna and the Danube, but we do one where you stop one night in Bucharest, a couple of nights in Budapest. So there are different experiences for you to offer, and this is what we're trying to do. We're trying to give you a vast array of itineraries, so you can come on the Rhine with us one year, you can come on the Danube, and then hopefully we'll have more ships coming out in the future where you can continue to experience these itineraries. Just a couple to touch on. The inaugural cruise on the Spirit of the Danube is on the 21st of March 2022. She's going to be out on the rivers very, very soon. We did a post earlier on today that she's out for river trials soon, so she's coming on swimmingly. She's being built, even through the pandemic, we've managed to build these new ships, which is great. And then Prague and the Delights of the Danube. This is to Prague, and it's 13th of April 2022. Leads in at 2049. This is 9 nights, so you get 7 nights full board with your drinks included at meal times on the Spirit of the Danube, and then you get 2 nights in a hotel in Prague, 1 night with your first evening meal. You've got Budapest City Tour in here, you've got a Vienna City Tour and a Passau City Walk all included. And it's really important to point out to you that on these 2 new ships we do include a selected number of itineraries of excursions as well, and sightseeing opportunities. So you do get some included on the 2 new itinerary, 2 new ships, but you've also got the opportunity to add on more as well. Celebrity guests. Like on the ocean, we're going to be welcoming some celebrity guests. I don't know every single one of their names, but we've got John Suchet, and we've got Eric Knowles as well. So they're going to be coming and making some of our river cruises special interest. So they may be doing wildlife talks, they may be talking about natural history. We've got antiques, and John Suchet is the TV news presenter as well. And then Nick Nairn is the bottom picture. I know he is because he cooks food, but he's going to be creating signature dishes on the Spirit of the Danube for us as well. And then just to touch on our solo river cruises, I didn't want to go without mentioning it, but we do have some river cruises that we reserve special places for our solo travellers. So we gather you in a group, we dine you all together, we do welcome drinks, so we make it a nice special atmosphere for you, so you are with like-minded people. You get the VIP door-to-door service, you get the welcome dinner, drinks party and farewell dinner. It's a group of no more than 30, so it's not intense, it's a nice solo group as well, so not too high. Range of activities for solo travellers as well, so it will all be separate from the standard travellers. And that's it from me. Hopefully that's given you a little bit of insight into Saga itself for ocean and river. We're ready when you are, as it says. Any questions you've got, please speak to your PTA travel agent. Thank you for logging on today and listening to me. It's been a pleasure talking to you all about our product, and hopefully we've inspired you into booking your next Saga holiday. I'm just going to pass over to Claire now for any questions that we may have.
Thank you.
Oh, you're on mute, Claire, sorry.
Am I on now?
Yeah, that's fine now, I can hear you now. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you, Hayley, that was so informative. We do have quite a few questions actually, which you'll be pleased to know. We had one when you started talking about ocean cruising. from Sharon, who was asking about discounts for solo travellers. I know you've just covered obviously the solo exclusive cruises for river, but what discounts do you offer for ocean cruises?
It goes on a itinerary by itinerary basis. So I guess unlike some of our competitors, we don't just have a broad rule. Because we've got the 109 single cabins, we try and reduce that cost as much as we can. The more cabins that sell out, the less the discount reduces, but we always launch our solo cabins with a 35% discount. But you will not tend to find that our customers who are single will pay double the price. Like I know I used to be a travel agent, so I used to sell cruises, and sometimes they were actually double what the standard price was, but we really do try and do it on an itinerary basis and still offer the single passengers as high a discount as we possibly can.
Super. Okay, thank you, Hayley. We have a few questions from Roger and actually a couple of other questions from other people that are very similar regarding dining. In particular, the specialty restaurants first and foremost, again on the ocean cruises. We know dining's included, which is brilliant value, but are there limitations in terms of the number of times you can use the specialty restaurants on a cruise?
No, it's just a matter of booking in, because we've got 999 passengers and they only seat just over 70. You probably won't find you'll be able to book in every single night. If there's a special occasion as well, if anyone's celebrating anniversary or birthday, we can try and book that before as well, so you're guaranteed that specialty restaurant. But there's no set rule of how many times. I guess it's just the availability when you're on board, and we try to do it on a level playing field, so no one's penalised apart from special occasions, but everyone, when they get on board the ship, is able to book those specialty restaurants.
Okay, thank you, Hayley. Dining in the main restaurant, is there the traditional 2 sittings?
No, we're freedom dining. But if customers, some customers like to eat at 8:30 every night, and that's absolutely fine. We will tailor to their needs. So if customers do want a table for 2 at 8:30 every single night, not a problem. But it is generally freedom dining. So, and rarely you have to wait because it seats so many and people do different things at different times. So we should be able to get customers seated straight away, but on a roll, it is freedom.
Super, thank you. And in terms of the food options, do you cater for gluten-free?
Absolutely, we cater for any need, and that's not a problem to us. We've got some great chefs on board that are very, very experienced and used to many different kind of needs, so that's absolutely fine. And
I assume there'll be plenty of variety and choice.
Absolutely. Yeah. When they eat in the buffet restaurant, but that will be produced, well, that will be filtered through to the buffet restaurant, because obviously buffet, it's not always for that customer, it's for everyone, but we will do side different dishes in the buffet restaurant if that's where the customer wants to eat, and still cater for those needs.
Lovely, thank you very much. We're taking you to the Lido now, on Ocean again, and the 2 ships. Is it just the 1 pool with multiple hot tubs?
Yes, so you've got that. It's quite large as well. It doesn't look so large in the photo. It's really difficult. It is a really large pool, much larger than what you probably can imagine. It's got the sunbeds around, and then at the back you've got 2 big hot tubs. So there is plenty of room around the pool area, and then you've got, like I said, you've got the sunbeds on the promenade as well, the wraparound 360-degree promenade, and then you've got the hot tubs towards. So you've got the stage at the front, and then the hot tubs are at the back.
Lovely, thank you. Ocean again. Can the staterooms accommodate more than 2 adults, and do you also have accessible staterooms?
It's only 2 adults per cabin for the first question, and yes, we do have accessible cabins. We have limitations on the number of assistance that we can offer for health and safety reasons, but yes, there are accessible cabins on board. They do, when we, I guess when the PTA rings up, it's always definitely worth checking if they are available, because our itineraries are so popular on certain cruises. We don't want customers to be disappointed, so it's always worth checking on the offset if they are available.
Okay, super, thank you. We're to river now, Hayley. How mobile does one of your customers need to be for river cruising?
It's a really hard question, this. I get asked it a lot. River cruising in general is not, what's the best word? I guess it's not the most greatest thing for less mobile passengers. However, that doesn't discount it whatsoever. The reason I say it's not the best thing, because sometimes you have to moor up against other cruise ships. So you're on your river cruise ships, you're on your river cruise ship, and then you have to climb over another and maybe another to get to the bank. So this is where it's kind of difficult. However, the river cruise that I went on, the Amadeus Royal, there was a lady who was confined to a wheelchair. So she couldn't get off the ship, but she was absolutely fine with that. But we will help if customers are less mobile and just need a little bit of help. That's not a problem. If customers are confined to wheelchairs, that would mean they would need to stay on the river, but that didn't dampen her enjoyment. She went on the sun deck, watched the world go by, and joining in the entertainment. So it is possible, but it depends how comfortable a customer feels about it. And I don't want to sit here and say, yeah, it's great for less mobile passengers, because it can be quite difficult sometimes if you do want to get off the ship.
Okay, thank you. And could a customer take their own small mobility scooter if needed? On the river. It's something that we can look at. If there is space on board, that is something that we can look at. Absolutely, depending on sizing. I don't want to obviously give a full 100%, but it depends on the sizing and the battery type and things like that. Okay, so the advice is speak to their personal travel agent who will be in touch with you. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, super. Just a couple more questions. I think you did cover this actually, but somebody's just asking for clarity. The door-to-door service, the distance limit on home pickup, you said 250 miles, was it? On Ocean, so this is just relating to Ocean. So it's chauffeur service on Ocean, 250 miles to the port each way to Dover or Southampton. If customers live outside of that mileage limitation, they can pay per mile over. It's about £1.85 per mile over, so it depends how many miles over the customers live. Or we can look at train travel, free car parking, coach travel. We can even look at regional flying. So if someone lives up in, say, Scotland, we can look at regional flying down to nearer to the ports and then pick them up from the airport and take them to the port. So there are ways and means around that chauffeur service. Great, thank you, Hayley. A couple more with regard to sightseeing. Again, another unique selling point and added value is that sightseeing is included and excursions are included. Can customers, guests book those excursions before travel, and can they book them on board? Is there a limit as to the number of excursions? We'll touch on Ocean first. So Ocean, we have depending on the number of nights on the itinerary, guests, set amount included. Customers can't pick what those are that are included. We advise the customers nearer to travel day. But customers have an option of, we've got a platform called SureX. That means if customers want to pre-book any extra excursions, they can do so before they go. Or if they're not sure before they go, there is a shore excursion, a cruise experience person on board that will book all their excursions and give them advice. On the rivers, again, if it's the 2 new ships, excursions are included, depending on the number of nights itinerary. And again, we will advise customers nearer to the date of travel what those excursions are. But again, excursions are bookable, more excursions are bookable on board on the rivers. Super. And I think the last one is with regard to those fabulous sailings and suggested itineraries that you gave us. What's the deposit value, Hayley, when booking? On river cruise, it's from £99 per person. When I say from, it's not a catch. It's just if we have bought the flight seats, so we've got them allocated to us, it's £99. If we have to go to an airline and buy an extra flight seat because we've not got it available, that's when the deposit may be higher. But as a set rule, as a standard lead-in, the deposit is £99 on the rivers. On the Ocean, it's a little bit different. It's either £200 per person or 15% of the holiday, the cruise cost, whichever is greater. So it just depends on what the value of the cruise is. Perfect. So again, speak to their personal travel agent. Okay. One last one actually, which was a question I had. So I'm pleased to say that I can now qualify to book a Saga cruise, and I am a cruiser, and I'm really interested in the 2 ocean ships. But if I was travelling with somebody under the age of 50, that's acceptable, isn't it? Yeah. So if you have a group of
2 or 4, as long as one's over 50, the rest can be over 40. So for example, I'm 40 in January, I could travel with my parents after January because I'm over 40. So there is a little bit of leniency with all our holidays.
Perfect, lovely. That's it then, Hayley. So all that goes with saying is thank you. We've got some lovely feedback in the chat saying thank you so much, super informative. So thank you to everyone that's joined this evening. Please do get in touch with your personal travel agent if you've got any further queries, or indeed if you want to inquire about availability. As Hayley said, it is quite tight for the back end of this year and on some of the popular sailings next year. But thank you for your time and enjoy the rest of your evening, everyone.
Thank you, everyone.